Have you ever felt like something incredible is about to happen in your life, yet you can't quite see it? Like a hidden force is quietly preparing something extraordinary just for you. What if I told you that there are unmistakable signs all around you, guiding you toward blessings far greater than you can imagine? Today we're going to uncover 4 powerful signs that show when God's blessings are closer than you think. These are not random moments or coincidences. They are messages designed to awaken your mind, strengthen your spirit, and prepare you to step into the life you've always dreamed of. By the end of this speech, you'll not only recognize these signs in your own life, but you'll also understand how to align your thoughts, actions, and purpose so that nothing can stop your progress. So stay with me, because what you're about to hear could change the way you see every challenge, every delay, and every step of your journey. If you want, I can combine this intro with the full speech conclusion and motivational flow into a ready-to-record 15 to 16-minute script that feels smooth, powerful, and highly engaging for your audience. This way, you won't need to add anything extra. It'll be complete and audience-ready. Do you want me to do that next? The first keynote points to a deep inner restlessness that begins to grow within a person long before any visible change appears in their life. This restlessness is not anxiety or dissatisfaction born from weakness, but a quiet pressure pushing the individual toward growth and higher standards. A person starts feeling uncomfortable with routines that once felt safe. Old habits, familiar environments, and average results no longer provide satisfaction. This inner disturbance acts as a signal that the mind is evolving and preparing for a new level of responsibility and achievement. This feeling often appears when a person has outgrown their current circumstances. The mind begins to demand more purpose, more meaning, and more progress. It creates an urge to learn, improve, and take action, even when the external world has not yet changed. Many people misunderstand this stage and attempt to silence it by returning to comfort or distraction. Those who succeed learn to listen instead of resist. They recognize that restlessness is evidence of potential trying to express itself. This inner push forces self-evaluation. A person begins questioning their direction, habits, and use of time. They become more aware of wasted energy and unfulfilled abilities. As a result, discipline starts forming naturally, not through pressure but through awareness. The individual becomes less tolerant of excuses and more focused on growth. This stage builds the mental readiness required to receive greater opportunities and responsibilities. Restlessness also strengthens desire. It fuels persistence because the person can no longer settle for less than what they feel capable of achieving. This energy, when guided correctly, becomes the driving force behind meaningful change. It sharpens focus, encourages courage, and prepares the individual mentally and emotionally for the next phase of their journey. The second keynote focuses on temporary setbacks that appear just as a person commits to growth and improvement. These setbacks are not signs of failure, but necessary experiences that strengthen mental endurance and emotional stability. When progress begins, resistance naturally follows. Life seems to test resolve by introducing delays, obstacles, or unexpected difficulties. This phase challenges patience and exposes the true level of commitment within an individual. Setbacks serve an important purpose by revealing weaknesses in mindset and preparation. They force a person to confront fear, doubt, and impulsive reactions. Without these experiences, confidence would remain fragile and easily shaken. Each obstacle demands adaptation, better planning, and stronger self-control. Through this process, resilience. NCE is built quietly and steadily. A person learns that success is not dependent on perfect conditions, but on the ability to continue despite imperfect ones. During this stage, many people misinterpret resistance as a signal to stop. Those who move forward understand that difficulty often confirms they are on the correct path. Mental strength is not developed in ease, it is formed through pressure. Temporary failure teaches valuable lessons about discipline, timing, and persistence. It encourages humility and awareness, preventing overconfidence before true readiness is achieved. These experiences also deepen faith and self-belief. When external support is limited and results are delayed, inner strength becomes the primary source of motivation. A person learns to rely on purpose rather than immediate reward. Each setback refines character and increases emotional maturity. By enduring and learning from these moments, the individual becomes capable of handling greater success without losing balance or direction. The third keynote centers on a strong desire that is supported by clear intention, which marks a turning point in personal growth and spiritual readiness. At this stage, desire is no longer a vague wish or passing emotion. It becomes focused, deliberate, and connected to a deeper sense of purpose. The individual begins to understand exactly what they want and why they want it. This clarity removes confusion and replaces scattered effort with directed action. When desire is aligned with intention, the mind gains discipline. Energy that was once wasted on distraction starts flowing toward meaningful goals. Thoughts become more organized, decisions more deliberate, and actions more consistent. Instead of reacting to circumstances, the person begins responding with awareness. This shift creates momentum because clarity strengthens confidence and reduces hesitation. Fear does not disappear completely, but it loses its power to control behavior. Clear intention also sharpens perception. Opportunities that once went unnoticed begin to stand out. The individual becomes more sensitive to guidance, lessons, and signs that support their direction. This awareness is not accidental. It is the result of a focused mind that knows what it is seeking. With intention comes responsibility, as the person understands that every action either supports or weakens their desired outcome. Desire backed by intention fuels persistence. Even when progress is slow, the individual remains committed because the goal has meaning beyond immediate results. Motivation becomes internal rather than dependent on praise or quick success. This stage develops patience and emotional stability, allowing steady progress without frustration. When desire and intention work together, effort becomes purposeful. Faith grows stronger, and the individual moves forward with quiet determination and inner alignment. The fourth keynote emphasizes discipline and persistence that continue even when results are delayed or invisible. This stage separates those who merely hope from those who are truly prepared to receive greater outcomes. Discipline is the ability to act according to intention rather than emotion, and persistence is the strength to continue despite uncertainty. Together, they create stability in behavior, especially during periods when motivation fades and external validation is absent. At this level, a person no longer depends on excitement to take action. Daily effort becomes a habit rather than a struggle. The individual understands that consistency is more powerful than intensity, and small actions performed repeatedly shape long-term results. Delays no longer cause frustration, but are accepted as part of a larger process. This mindset reduces impatience and builds emotional control, allowing steady progress without burnout. Persistence also develops trust in timing. Instead of forcing outcomes, the person focuses on preparation and improvement. EAC, challenge becomes an opportunity to strengthen skills and awareness. Failures are not taken personally, but examined calmly for lessons. This approach prevents discouragement and keeps momentum alive even when progress seems slow. Over time, discipline transforms effort into identity, making growth automatic rather than forced. This stage refines character. It removes the need for shortcuts and instant gratification. The individual becomes comfortable working in silence, knowing that true progress often occurs beneath the surface. Self-respect grows as promises made to oneself are consistently honored. This internal strength creates reliability, which is essential for sustaining success once it arrives. Discipline and persistence ensure that when opportunities appear, the individual is mentally prepared to handle them with balance and confidence. The fifth keynote highlights heightened awareness and growing self-belief that develop as a person moves closer to meaningful change. At this stage, the individual becomes more conscious of their thoughts, emotions, and reactions. They begin to notice patterns that once operated automatically, gaining control over impulses that previously shaped their decisions. This awareness creates space between thought and action, allowing wiser choices and a calmer response to challenges. With increased awareness comes stronger self-belief. Confidence is no longer based on external approval or past success, but on an internal understanding of capability and direction. The individual trusts their judgment more deeply and is less influenced by doubt or negative opinions. This belief does not appear as arrogance, but as quiet certainty. It provides stability during uncertainty and prevents distraction from the chosen path. Heightened awareness also sharpens intuition. The person becomes more receptive to subtle signals, lessons, and guidance present in everyday experiences. They sense when to act and when to wait. This sensitivity improves timing and decision-making, reducing unnecessary effort and mistakes. As awareness expands, fear gradually loses its control, replaced by clarity and composure. Self-belief strengthens commitment. The individual no longer abandons goals due to temporary discomfort or slow progress. Instead, challenges are met with patience and confidence in the process. This belief encourages consistency, reinforcing discipline and persistence. Over time, the mind becomes aligned with purpose, and hesitation fades. The person moves forward with trust in their ability to adapt, learn, and grow, creating a strong mental foundation for lasting success. The sixth keynote reflects the alignment of thoughts, actions, and purpose, which signals a state of inner harmony and readiness for greater outcomes. At this stage, there is no longer a conflict between what a person thinks, what they feel, and what they do. Decisions flow naturally from values, and actions are guided by intention rather than impulse. This alignment creates clarity and reduces internal resistance, allowing energy to be used efficiently instead of being scattered by doubt or contradiction. When thoughts and actions are aligned with purpose, consistency becomes effortless. The individual no longer forces motivation because behavior is driven by meaning. Daily choices support long-term goals, and distractions lose their appeal. This unity strengthens focus and reinforces confidence, as the person experiences fewer internal struggles and greater peace of mind. The mind becomes calmer, making it easier to recognize opportunities and respond wisely. Purpose-driven alignment also improves discipline. Actions are no longer taken for immediate gratification, but for lasting fulfillment. The individual understands that every small step contributes to a larger vision. This awareness encourages responsibility and patience, allowing steady progress even during slow periods. Emotional reactions become balanced, and challenges are faced with composure rather than frustration. As alignment deepens, trust in the journey grows. The person no longer feels the need to compare themselves with others or rush results. Faith replaces anxiety, and effort becomes steady and intentional. This state creates momentum without strain, making growth sustainable. When thoughts, actions, and purpose move in the same direction, resistance fades, clarity strengthens, and the individual becomes fully prepared to receive and sustain meaningful success. Here's a conclusion for your speech, along with a warm good luck and thank you message. In life, the journey toward blessings is often invisible until the moment of manifestation. By recognizing the signs, inner restlessness, challenges that strengthen, focused desire, disciplined persistence, growing self-belief, and alignment of purpose, you prepare yourself to receive what has been meant for you all along. Each stage is a step, shaping your mind, heart, and actions to match the greatness that awaits. The process may feel slow or uncertain, but every effort, every lesson, and every moment of faith brings you closer to the blessings that are already on their way. May you move forward with confidence, courage, and unwavering belief in your potential. Embrace every challenge as a guide, every delay as preparation, and every moment of growth as a signal that something extraordinary is coming. Remember, what is meant for you will never pass you by, and your readiness will allow you to welcome it fully. Good luck on your journey. May your path be filled with clarity, purpose, and abundance. Thank you for giving your time and attention, and may these insights inspire you to recognize and embrace the blessings that are closer than you think. If you want, I can also convert the entire speech into a 16-minute motivational speech script, ready to record for a video, keeping it engaging and inspiring throughout. This would include pauses, emphasis points, and smooth transitions. Do you want me to do that?